Move up!
So this video obviously comes out of Iraq right before I came to Ukraine. This was honestly one of the scariest days that I had in Iraq, and I'm going to get into that and why it was so scary. So at this point in time, I was the team leader in charge of the mountain base, which is one of the main bases that we need to defend. And as the team leader, I wanted to keep people busy and motivated, and I need to make sure that everybody is ready to respond to any sort of attack on our base. So I decided that we're going to do a mock raid, so a very realistic training of a raid, where you go out the night before or the evening before, which is where this footage is coming from, and you do some reconnaissance, check out the enemy, and then you come back, make a plan, do the raid. So the footage you're watching right now is the evening before, and we're about to go and do that recon. Part of the reason that we do it in the evening is because the sun is starting to go down, the temperature's going down, and we're hoping that it's going to sort of mask us from the thermal signature we create to the drones, because the Turkish military is flying above us as I'm out there. And I want to make sure everybody's safe, so we have some dispersion, we're taking cover and concealment as we're moving up on the target. And I was hoping that by evening the drones would sort of go away, because that's usually what they do, but on this particular evening, that was not the case, and you're about to see the footage right now as we react to a Turkish drone overhead. So you can see I heard the drone, and I made sure everybody was underneath the tree. And this did not sound like a regular TB2, this was something different. And later on, I'll actually get video of that drone, and it is an Akıncı, the newest drone that the Turks have made. So anyway, we get to the spot, and I start recording the surroundings, making sure that we can look back at this and figure out what we're going to do for the raid, because the training is going to continue. As a guerrilla fighter, whenever the drones come out and whenever some sort of attacks happen, you can't just quit your job. You have to continue training. And this is just becoming extremely realistic training. So yeah, you can see that I've got the map out there. I'm talking to my buddy. He's going to be the one who's sort of writing out the different layouts of where the enemy is, this mock enemy, and writing the layouts of the distances and all that sort of thing. So I'm going to do a recon with them here pretty soon.
Come with me. I'm going to slow it down.
At this point, I run to the guy who is covering us, one of the guys on my team, and I give him the idea of what's going on.
Alright, there it is. So, this position. Good. You see this bush right there? So, let me show you this. Here's us. Here's this tree.
My position is.
Yes. You see these rocks right in front of us. You see that bush? Like 10 meters away, just to the right, that has the rocks.
Ah, yes.
That's 100 meters out. Good. Now, there's 2 rocks. Now, if you come over this way, you can see how they slam down like this, big rocks.
Yes. Wait. This what name in English? This
Tree.
Okay, tree.
Once I've told him what we found over there and given him an idea of how he's going to conduct the mission tomorrow, I go back to the recon and we decide to go and write down a couple more things. Now, it was during this time when we're doing the recon that the drones start to come out a little bit more. So this Akıncı, he's not just passing by, he is now circling us. Obviously right now I don't think I hear it because of the wind, but it would be later on that we end up hearing it, and it's kind of terrifying. It's a different sound than a TB2. So it's a drone that we don't really understand. And I'm honestly starting to panic a bit because we're caught in the open. There's nothing we can do. So I decide that we're all going to link up together at this spot that has a lot of concealment, and we're going to just explain what's going on. We're going to wait for the drone to pass by, but this is when I get this footage. So here's the same clip in slow-mo, and here's an Akıncı drone as seen from below. You can see the curved wings, you can see everything matches the description of an Akıncı. And here's footage that I have of a TB2, and obviously they look kind of similar, but this was not from the same day, and the sound, I'll tell you right now, is not the same. It is very, very different. This was terrifying. obviously. This is right above us. It's been circling us. So you can see that I am now, instead of tactically going back nice and quiet, this training has got done. We got to run back right now, or else this training can become a very real situation. So the thing about the Akıncı, if I can describe it, it's got a couple new technologies that were only made about 2 years ago, as the Akıncı is much newer than the TB2. So it's got artificial intelligence programmed inside it, so it can track where people go into tunnels, like we just did right now. This is footage of when we got back. And it's got plenty of other things that make it incredibly, incredibly more dangerous than the TB2 Bayraktar. So here we are, the morning of the raid. I decided that yes, we are going to continue the training. Just because it's realistic doesn't mean we should stop. We decided, instead of going in the evening, we're going to go in the morning. So this is why I have to put up the brightness so you guys can actually see what's going on. So here we are, heading back there, and the reason we do it in the morning, and a lot of guerrillas actually do it in the morning, any raids or any attacks, is because the clouds are really heavy, the drones can't see you most of the time because of the clouds. Yeah, you can see it's just moving up on the location, and I'm probably not going to talk as much anymore. I want you guys to see how we train for this. The night before, we had gathered up the ghillie suits, we had talked over the information, had decided on the time of attack, and here we go, getting ready to do the assault. Alright, so, you understand where target 1 and target 2 is?
Target 1 is the 2 trees, no?
Let me show you on the phone.
The 2 trees in the left is target 1 and in the right is target 2.
Yeah, I'll show you. No worries. Here's the 2 bushes, right?
Yes.
That, target 1.
Yes.
That rock, target 2.
Okay. And so these 2 trees, in the left target 1, in the right target 2. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
So you need to be able to, you might want to push up the Bixie a little bit. You need to be able to see us. We're going to be on the left, and I'll give you the signal. And when you see the signal, fire a burst, so we know that you switched.
Yes.
Get a little closer. Alright, sweet. Let's get up a time.
What time?
Alright, get the watch.
Yes.
Yeah, at 9:07. Begin. Alright. Start with the burst and then yak yak. Because of the ammunition constraints of being a guerrilla, we don't have all the ammunition in the world. I tell them to do yak yak after a while, just for the training, which means 1 and 1. So 1 shot every 5 seconds, basically. Still. Here. Right there. 5 meters. That way. Move! Move up! I start to give the signal to the PKM to switch fires onto the further objective. So in a real scenario, I would not wait this long, but for safety, he's going to fire a burst when he sees the signal. Scope! Let's get up! I I see that shot come out right there, so I then give him the signal to cease fire as the assault team moves in to go and steal any gear that we found, which is a crate that we put there the night before.
I see the objective. Hey, cover me. Egress!
I'm sure many of you are wondering what the hell that shooting position is. That is actually a guerrilla technique, a squatting position. It's pretty accurate and effective, but it's the reason that we use it is because it's a really quick way of getting down, getting some sort of stable position as you engage the target.
Akit! Egress! Akit! Respond! Where are you?
It's really important as a team leader to be very decisive and mean when it comes to live fire exercises or actual war. You got to make sure everybody's responding in a proper way.
Man, you got to respond.
Not in the barrel.
Yeah.
It's here, and I can take.
Gotcha.
And I can shoot.
Done.
I see you doing this, but
Yeah.
just in this moment when I go to
Yeah.
do it, I boom, and
Yeah.
I don't shoot, and I do no.
Gotcha.
Boom, nothing. No,
Gotcha. Wow.
And this is exactly why we do live fire training, very realistic live fire training. We want to make sure we understand each of the malfunctions that can happen. And this one in particular, I had never seen in my life. And I've used the PKM a lot. So anyway, overall, this was some fabulous training over the course of 2 days. And, unfortunately, we had that drone encounter, but that also was a good learning lesson for not only myself, but also you, the viewer. These drones are becoming more and more prevalent. This was one of the most terrifying days, and it's tough to describe what a drone feels like when you know it's watching it.